Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is the middle of November. Thanksgiving is next week, but I am mentally preparing for Christmas already. We are a traditional family. We do not decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving, but I will sneak in some outside decorations and also a couple of bedrooms. But our main living area, like our tree does not go up until after Thanksgiving, things like that. But I have been planning and prepping for Christmas this year. I have something in mind as far as like the colors and the scheme that I want to do this year, but I have a couple of projects that I want to do, and the first one I'm going to share with you today. This is a really easy, simple craft project. I have a wreath that I just want to tear apart and revamp, so I'm going to share it with you just to give you a little bit of wreath inspiration. Maybe it inspires you to do something similar in your house or to reuse some of your old Christmas decorations. So let me go ahead and show you what we're working with. This is the wreath I made last year. I do like it, but I'm just kind of not into it as much this year. I think I really want to take off the gold ribbon. These are just from the Dollar Tree. So like basically last year, I already had this wreath that I had gotten on clearance a few years ago. Had never done anything with it. I added the little berries and the gold ribbon, which I already had, and then I had these two little ornaments from the Dollar Tree. So I spent like $2 on it and got a wreath for the year. But I just think I want to do something different. So I'm going to take this apart and we're going to rework it to be something that I like more. So my wreath is empty now. I pulled out like several of these picks that I had from last year. I think what I want to do, and I've only ever seen this done on a grapevine wreath before, but I want to just kind of stick to a corner and see how that looks. And I know like I've never seen it done with a regular wreath before, but I think it could be really pretty to just be, you know, one side and then just the flocked on the rest. So that's what I'm going to try to create out of these picks. I have a couple poinsettias, not sure if I'm going to use those, and then I will throw some ribbon on there as well, and we'll see if I end up liking it. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through exactly how I'm building this wreath and what my thought process is, just so that if you're making one yourself, you can kind of get a feel for exactly what I'm doing. But basically with this flocked wreath, I kind of want to break up the colors to create a space for my little corner. So my thought here is to add this greenery. It's just a pick that I got from Hobby Lobby last year or the year before. I'll link it below. It's a great pick. You can just cut off the pieces, which is what I did. And I am laying these just in the corner like as a spray going either direction. And these are very light pieces. So all I'm going to do is just add a couple of drops of hot glue on each of these, and that will be enough to secure it to the wreath. Now that I have this base layer done and you can kind of see which directions my picks will be going, I'm going to start adding in a couple of these picks. These I got from the Dollar Tree last year, but they actually still carry them. They're a really beautiful pick. They have kind of a frosted look, but I really like the way the greenery lays. So I'm just poking these in the wreath and then I'm bending the end of it on the back of the wreath. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of hot glue to secure them. Next thing I'm going to add in are a couple of these pine cone like twig picks that I got from Michael's last year. I'm not sure if they carry these this year or not, but they'll have something similar, or maybe you already have some in your own decor. These are a really stiff pick, so I'm able to just kind of stick these in there without really securing them too much. But if you have trouble with your picks sticking in your wreath and hot glue is not enough, I do recommend using some zip ties. Next, I'm just adding a couple of poinsettias. I decided to forego the ribbon. I don't know why, just wasn't feeling it, and I just liked the way these poinsettias looked. These are also from the Dollar Tree from years ago. I have had them forever, and I use them on and off in decor, but I just kind of wanted to bring them back for the outside this year. So the last thing I'm going to add are a couple of the picks from the wreath that I took out in the first place. I wasn't planning on adding these in, but once I got those poinsettias on there, I just kind of wanted the bigger pine cones and then another pop of red. So since these had the red berries and the larger pine cones already on it, I decided to go ahead and add these in. When you're making wreaths, a lot of it is just playing around with those pieces to make sure it's laying the way you want it to. So that's what I'm doing here. Playing with this pick, just trying to get it just right so that I like the look of it and where everything is placed. Again, I'm going to add it on both sides. This kind of wreath is fairly symmetrical where you're going in two directions, but it's just in one corner. So everything I'm doing to one side, I will go ahead and do to the other. And then I just have a couple of extra pine cones that I'm just going to add in to fill it out. Okay guys, that is it for this craft project. I really hope you enjoyed this and hopefully it gave you a little bit of motivation and inspiration for your own home. Please like and subscribe so that you do not miss a video. I have a bunch of great Christmas content coming up, a couple of craft projects, some decorating. Thank you again for watching and I will see you guys in my next video.